Samhain. This is going to be a timeless collective read. It'll be short enough because I don't have a ton of space on my phone, but my ancestors were really guiding me to share. To share. Okay, so we have the apprentice that popped out here. Higher education, beliefs, and wisdom. Now, each of these cards have affirmations, so I am going to look at the little booklet. Is there anything else for the collective that through me I can pass on? There's this one standing out like in my hand. 7. Heart, emotional awakening, intuition, following your heart. We have the blood moon underneath. Ooh, interesting. Slid off and there's another 8 underneath, which is the key. So there's a theme here of maybe illusion, uncertainty, following a pack, following others' lead rather than maybe listening to your own intuition. Heavy on like parroting what other people have said rather than maybe listening, like forming your own opinion, yes, but this is not necessarily addressing logic wise in all of this just logic. Anyway, and wisdom, maybe wisdom is part of this. But underneath there's this key, and instead of there being many beings on the card, there's just one. I'll show them in a sec here. And it's like once you strip back everyone else's opinions and everyone else's thoughts, and really specifically like those who are most likely very close to you, maybe even like people you would, you know, assume as being like your pack, you may have similar values and views, but there's definitely something that's not coming through truly because you're allowing kind of groupthink to think for you. And we have inner calling, clarity, and intention with these really bright yellow flowers. So there is like, it's not having an easy grasp. This is what you're trying to move towards here. And we have 2 blood moons. This being the one that was on top and it being an 8. But it's like when you strip that down and remove what everyone else is saying, you get a 2 and a 6, the key, an owl showing wisdom. And then these yellow flowers, which is orange is here. Which of the chakras? Oh yeah, it's the solar plexus. Which is about your own strength, about creativity somewhat, but it's more like how it is you output things, why you output things, what you output, things like that. Standing on your own 2 feet about things, your strength and intention, and your reason behind things that are a part of your life that you allow to be a part of your life. So these first 2, that being the theme. Okay, so this apprentice card is speaking about higher learning, but it's not necessarily book learning. It's universe learning from your higher self more than anything. So, yes, your intuition, but a knowledge that comes that you let in from outside of you by being receptive and still, and listening to the universe. And yes, to nature, but to your ancestors, because yes, they are. The veil is thinner tonight of all nights on our blessed Samhain, but the beings that are your ancestors, your spirit guides, your angelic supports, whatever you may call them, are available to you 24/7. Whether you speak out loud or not, they're available. But this is definitely a more interpersonal, instead of external support thing of learning yourself and your own truth, and not necessarily depending on what it is that others will have learned. And this card also does speak about lower vibrational people being around you, and how like when you're learning and living at a higher vibration, you, without trying to most likely irritate people, bother people, provoke people, just because you're living at a higher vibration when they're living at a lower one, it's like a innate kind of I don't know if the words threat or jealousy even have a place here, because it's like much more elevated than that in a way, and deeper than that. It's not something that they'll even maybe be conscious of the fact that they're responding to about you, um, but it may feel as though it creates a divide between you and a lot of the people in your life, and there is a lot to be learned alone. But it can be a tough journey. Because we also have the 7 heart card. Oh yeah, hang on, I'll read the affirmation for 4 here. I embrace the highest version of myself. I am willing to believe that by raising my vibration, I attract more of what I deserve. I am aware everything is aligned with divine timing. That last line, my phone darkened. The lighting on it for some reason. And this one as well kind of speaks to living outside of the confines of like convention, like what's normal for most people or what they see as enough in life or enough for them. You know that you're worthy of more than that, and this isn't a question about who's right or wrong, it's just what's right for you. But to make yourself smaller because of what others are expecting or enacting, the it's not the path for you. Its affirmation before I run out of time is I am listening to the voice within. I am supported by the universe and I deserve to thrive. So this is about following your heart. And when you do that, you, without trying to, become a healer. You also are, in a way, teaching others how they could be instead of the way that they are currently being. And we all, in a way, get lost sometimes and pulled in by the attention or the things that grasp for our attention. But we can each be this light for each other as we live it our own selves. Okay, that's it. I love you.